see.
Right, 104,000 point something, yeah.
It's right here on your
Okay,
card.
that's right.
Okay.
You're right.
Now, when we are valuing property, making arrangements on this, we are taking the latest sales to get a comparable. Do you want me to try to show you some sales that would indicate that? Okay.
Nope.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Because the sales that you're gonna show me are for 2008.
Exactly.
Okay. The economy since 2008 has plummeted. You're quite aware.
Okay.
Listen, let me say, you're quite aware of that. Most of the housing market, according to the electric TV I got in my house, tell me it's went down 35%. Now, you're in the appraisal business, right? Okay. Where's my letters there? You wanna read them?
Let me read them. You want to read
Go
them?
ahead.
This
Listen
is
to
from-
these letters. Now, these are from people that sell houses. Because
From realtors.
realtors.
Yes, United Country Real Estate. Mr. George Walters and concerned citizens of Gates County. I appreciate the call about your property values in the Gates County community. Statistically, property values usually appreciate on an average of 5 to 7% annually. Unfortunately, because of the economic situation our country is in today, we have certainly seen a decline in property values as well as loans not being approved for new purchases of homes. I've been in this business for 30 plus years and I feel I have earned the right to quote these figures. Respectfully yours, Carolyn Martin, real estate broker, and she is out of Ahoskie. Then we have from Southern Trust Mortgage Company, to whom it may concern, and this Robin Stallings is the mortgage broker, loan officer. She lives in Gates County. In regards to purchase transactions that I have had in Gates County, NC in the past year, I have had one, possibly two. I have had conversations with appraisers that have indicated no sales at all. They are having to use active listings for comparables in their reports in lieu of sales because there are none available. As far as my refinance transactions, they have been difficult as well. The appraisers cannot find comparable sales, and lenders now are requiring sales within a 6-month time frame, which are non-existent. Therefore, values are coming in low because appraisers are forced to use foreclosures or bank sales, which are typically much lower. Sincerely, Robin Stallings, and she is a mortgage loan officer for Southern Trust Mortgage Company.
Now, these are all.
Can I make one statement? Okay. This list on these papers right here, 2 pages, 3 pages, not a full 3 pages. These are nothing but PIN numbers, parcel numbers, like yours here, trust me. They are sales from 2008 in Gates County, okay? Now, granted, the majority of the sales are for double wide or modular, like in these subdivisions.
Right.
Whitehurst, Eagles, and whatever. The majority, the most of the sales. But now some of these are land sales alone, not especially farm sales, okay? Most of the land sales we have are 10 acres or less. Or, well, let me change that, 12 to 15 acres or less. Most of the land sales we have indicate a value on average for these small parcels, smaller parcels, of close to $10,000 an acre, okay?
Now, go ahead, I want you to finish, go ahead.
All right. Most of what has been broken up is coming up in relation to the platted subdivisions, $38,000 to $45,000 an acre for the first acre lot. Again, those are those subdivisions. These land sales won't come to $30-some thousand an acre. Good example, the lady that's the tax administrator, okay, Renee. She sold a parcel, and I think it's some of that pasture land beside her house, 10 acres for $90,000. That's right in the range of $10,000 an acre.
Okay.
That's where our bases
Now,
come from.
Who do you think is financing that land?
I have nothing to do
You
with
and I
finance.
talked about that 8 years ago, because you live in Wilson, and you and I talked about what was happening in Wilson.
Still
I got a
is.
good memory on some things.
Still
And
happening.
you told me, point blank, what was ruining your county down there was the double wides coming in, moving around houses, cause quote, same thing happened to you.
Well,
And, whoa.
it's not just the double wide.
It doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter what it is. And these double wide companies are financing their own land, and when you don't make the payment, you're down the road, they got the land and the double wide. I can't do that with a home.
Okay.
I,
Go ahead. All right,
cause I couldn't get that old lady, she's not gonna live to be 150 when I bought that home.
all right.
Now, let me ask one more question while I'm on the thing here. We already heard that, we're already well aware of how the economy is in 2009, right? It went bottoms up, homes have dropped 35%, you can't even get one financed today. So you're telling me that my house, and I figured it up, numbers went up $1,000 a month for 9 consecutive years. It went up $11,000, or I'm just breaking off $10,000 a year. So what you're telling me is, because I already asked, you're telling me, suppose the first few years, well, let me start this. At the very beginning of this, I paid you $2,600 for my taxes, okay? That's what I paid on that house at 114. It's going to double now. All you've done is caused my house to be worth more money where I can't afford to insure it. Now, I hate to tell you this, but the banks and everybody else are talking about this every day. Maybe you haven't been aware of that. But these lending everybody else is telling you that there's an outside possibility. You may be wrong. I hear it every day on the news. You hear it every day too if you listen to the TV or anything. These appraisers are appraising stuff so high that you can't get your money for it. I hear it all the time. So you know, if I had to bet, I'd say you're probably wrong. And you're never going to convince me in a million years that if I paid $2,600 that I should be paying double that in '92. And that's what you got me doing.
Why do you think that your tax is going to double because of
I'm going to tell you why. I'll answer that question real quick. And this is my problem. The minute you change the value of this house, I got no guarantee what they're going to do down here as far, let's say they lower it 1 or 2%. They're already at 975 now. They're 25 off of 100, a dollar for dollar, right? Now, let's say they lower it. How is that going to help me as a homeowner that I can't sell for what you're praising it for? And I'm going to be a nice guy. You probably would buy that house for $208,000 because that's what you say it's worth, right? It's for sale right now to you. Do you want it? Right now.
I'm not in the market.
That's right, and you're not in the market, so you don't know how much it's worth. And you're coming here from another area telling me what my house is worth, and I know better.
I'm telling you in relation to what we got sales there. That's
You know what? This doesn't even make, I have talked to a lot of people. No place on the face of this earth does property go up as much as you just put everybody else's around here. And I'm going to explain it to you the best I can because I'm not a professional, you know. When you sit down here and you tell me that my house went up that much in value, you got to show me. And I don't think you can do that. Because I'll tell you what, we'll put it on the market tomorrow. And if it don't sell, you back off of this. Because it's not going to sell.
Put it on the market.
It's everybody know.
That's fine. I don't have a problem.
What happens if it
putting
doesn't
on the-
sell? You're the one saying it's worth that much. You should be confident it's worth that much. How does a house go from up $11,000 a year? How? And this didn't start the last couple of years. This started in '91. I broke this thing down, what you charged me extra. Now, when you reappraise this and I go down to the insurance company, guess what? I got to pay them double. Double.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, and I'm not going to do that. You can be prepared for the fight of your life. Raleigh, Supreme Court, I don't care. Because something is wrong here in this whole picture. Whole picture. People down here, let me ask you something. Did you go and look at these properties?
I looked at some of them.
Did you? No, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you look at these? Did any of your people look at these properties?
Hopefully, we looked at every one of them.
Well, I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm going to bring this up. Who is the gentleman here that has the property? Come up here a minute, because this is what you need to have on this.